back with more Once Upon a Time. This is episode 3 of season 4. Very excited to get back into this season, see what's going to happen next. Very interesting first couple of episodes with the whole Frozen kind of aspect of things being introduced. And now we have like this other ice-powered woman causing shit. I don't know what she's going to do or what her role in things is going to be, but I imagine that's going to be elaborated on in this episode. I'm not sure. But I'm very excited to find out what's going to happen with that. And yeah, we got some nice flashbacks with Anna and David in the last episode, which I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Maybe not so the Bo Peep side of things, but I'm really liking Anna in particular from like this new bunch of characters, so I'm really enjoying her. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this season's going to be going with lots of things going on, like the whole Regina and Robin situation, and I loved everything with Henry trying to contact her in the last episode. Wholesome stuff, and yeah, I'm excited to see where we go next, so let's get into the next one.
I know this town might seem strange at first, but...
Rocky road for the little man. You're welcome. And his
There's going to be a rocky road ahead.
And there is no problem that can't be solved with a bit of ice cream.
That is true, to be fair.
Thank you.
To tell them the truth.
The truth is, just as I said.
There's an army massing in the southern mountains, heading for Arendelle, led by Prince Hans.
Oh shit.
Well, I know every inch of those mountains. Let me sneak up there and see what he's up to.
I didn't realize the official Arendelle Ice Master and Deliverer got a say in matters.
I didn't realise you could open your mouth.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh, what's this about an ice wall?
Oh, that's item 4. We'll get to that in a minute.
I vote we skip items 1, 2, and 3. Show of hands.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I can be flexible.
Oh my
The
god.
ice wall.
Patience.
Nothing to worry about.
All of this under control very soon. There will be no more danger of any kind.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Marion! Marion! Marion!
That evil woman.
I didn't know which ones you were reading these days.
These
Aw.
are awesome. Much better than algebra. Thanks.
Isn't it funny how these are just ink and paper?
Shield.
Everything in your storybook is real? Oh, I want to find who wrote this book and make them ask them to write me a happy ending.
I like that she's being honest with him.
Is that crazy?
This is the best idea you've ever had. You have to change the book because it's wrong about you. It'll be our own secret mission.
Okay.
Yes.
Operation Mongoose it is.
I like it. Ah.
Regina,
Uh-oh.
it's Marion. Something's happened to her. I'm sorry.
She's dying again.
I need your help.
She's getting good at that.
Whose idea was that?
Oh, thought I would put my own personal touch on the office.
Well, you've succeeded. Obviously.
The only way to cure a freezing spell is an act of true love.
True love's kiss.
Oh. Oh.
Well, then there's no time to lose.
Is it not going to work?
What's wrong? Why isn't it working?
Seems like the savior needs saving these days.
I think you're better and you're taking it out on the wrong person.
Alright.
I'll be fine.
Someone dangerous out there.
I'm not trying to argue with you about this. Can you for once just do what I say?
He just wants to love you. Where's Olaf? That's the question.
Fine.
We can have the giant snow monster and everyone else and the trolls, but we can't have the talking snowman. That's too ridiculous.
12 brothers. Hans, put on
Wow.
the fire. It's freezing.
I'm busy. Do it yourself.
I didn't think they actually put him in it.
You would be wise not to insult the future king of Arendelle. The last time I didn't have this.
Ooh, piece of paper.
Somebody's got to stop her. Wait, you can't just condemn her without all the facts.
Yes, thank you.
Who else can turn people into popsicles? It's Elsa, and we all know, so she's got to be stopped before she hurts someone else.
You all need to calm down.
Not a problem. Would you prefer a slide or a spiral staircase?
Well, no. We can't use magic. Hans might see it and be right on top of us.
Yeah, but a slide would be so fun.
Alright, coast is clear.
Maybe you should change out the bright blue dress.
I'll shout if you need help, and I'll...
Okay, yeah, I got it.
I like the amount of David and Emma we're getting this season, like, together. Ah! It's spin-off guy.
What are you doing in that tent?
I knew he was in the show at some point, I just didn't know when.
Don't worry about it. That's why we have 2 sheriffs.
2 sheriffs? Bloody hell, that's not even fair, is it? I'll break into the ice cream parlour and see the strangest thing. There'd been no electricity for hours. But still, all the ice cream was frozen solid. How does something like that happen?
The curse is working its way towards our heart.
I know that dagger you gave Belle
Yeah.
was a fake.
Uh-oh.
I do hope Miss Swan's worth it.
She is.
Magic can change forms but never be destroyed. We will simply return it to its natural state.
Like energy.
So if I set this free,
It will return home to mummy.
it should find its way home. Back to the person who cast it.
We're coming for you, bitch.
I don't want to miss a second.
Yeah.
Again.
Who's you messing with Emma?
I don't remember it scheduling a session.
Sorry,
You think breaking in again is going to help your case?
can you just be quiet for a second, mate? I'm just trying to do this. Takes concentration. A bit tricky. It's all about...
Yeah, the tumblers. I got it.
Yeah.
Looks like we owe Will an apology.
Do you?
Son of a...
Then you'll find him.
Will I?
You will. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Father, talk to me.
I want to know what it says. I might not get another chance.
Please, Elsa, you have to trust me.
No.
I think you might regret that.
Get it.
Freeze them. Yeah.
What is that thing?
I don't know, it's a device for talking. I don't bloody know. I press the Emma button and she answers usually.
Uh-oh. What a mess. Well, that's gross. Oh! It's the lady. Whoa! Hooray!
Who's this? It's okay. He's okay. His name's Christoph. He's my friend.
Awesome. So does she not remember her? She doesn't remember lots of things. Oh dear.
Eventually, everyone turns on people like us. Even friends.
Well, when you frame them, yeah.
Family. Emma?
Do we know each other?
Of course not. Your reputation precedes you.
Oh my god.
You really think that your magic is a match?
There's a lot of blonde women to juggle.
One way to find out.
Whoa!
Where is she?
She's gone.
Wow, she's a nuisance.
You knew her? Yes. She's my sister.
Oh shit!
I knew when you told me.
You knew everyone.
I was waiting for the right moment.
This show and family
I
trees.
overwhelm you that I cannot wait to see my beloved sister again. Where is she?
I brought you to this world, Elsa, but it was an accident. The Snow Queen. She was already here. I'm starting to think maybe it wasn't just some curse that brought her to Storybrooke.
Oh, bloody hell.
There's a reason that kiss didn't work. That's not what everyone thinks.
He loves you!
I'm in love with someone else.
Oh! I I should have expected that, really, shouldn't I?
Well, the ice hasn't touched her heart yet. We can keep her alive.
Ah, clever.
Then why do you keep pulling away from it?
Because everyone I've ever been with is dead. Neil and Graham. I can't lose you too.
Make out! Yes! This woman in her extra fucking dress. I really want an ice cream. Oh.
Don't worry, dearie. It's only me.
Of course you two
Sorry
know
if
each
things
other.
didn't work out. You don't want my help.
When I'm ready to make a deal, I'll come to you.
A moment I eagerly await.
What is happening?
Now you should find some shelter. It's getting quite frosty.
It's meant to be a lot of the start of season 1 with Gold and Regina. And they both knew what was going on. We were all bloody clueless. Okay, I really liked that episode a lot. I'm glad they're finally starting to like more so tie things into the Frozen story. It's not just like this is the sequel to Frozen in a completely like different show. It's not actually about Frozen. You know, we had like Elsa meeting Emma and everyone in the last episode, and now even in like the flashbacks, they're getting like other ties to these other characters, not exclusive to Frozen. Obviously, we had like Hans and all that showing up, but they've also brought this like Snow Queen lady into things as well. And she's much more of like a once upon a timey feeling character. So I think that grounds the flashbacks of the Frozen stuff in a better way as well. So I really, really like how they're doing that, and I'm definitely getting a lot more used to the Frozen elements of the show. So I'm all on board for that. That was really great. Just the mysteries that we have going on. We still have, you know, who owned that house that Gold and Belle were in for their honeymoon. And maybe it was the Snow Queen woman, because she's been here a while, it seems, and then Elsa was kind of brought here by accident by Emma. So I don't know if that was her place, maybe. And that's how he like remembers her or has ties to her, because Gold clearly knows things going on with that woman. So what's going on with them, I'm very intrigued by. How she knows Emma, I'm very intrigued by. The fact that she's like Elsa and Anna's aunt, I guess. Also crazy. So there's a lot to explore there, and why they don't have some memories, and how Elsa really got trapped in the urn thing. Very, very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how that's all going to unfold. I'm very, very intrigued by that whole story. So I like that a lot, and finding out exactly what the Snow Queen lady's intentions are, why she did that to Marion. It seems like a very specific target, which seems odd. So there must be some reasoning behind that, and I'm very excited to find out a bit more where that story's going to go. So yeah, I'm all on board for that. I really, really liked that a lot. And yeah, just intrigued by the Snow Queen lady and what her deal is. I look forward to learning a bit more about her and seeing a bit more of her story unfold in present and past, I imagine, as well. And yeah, also the Frozen kind of flashbacks we were getting. I really like Elsa and Kristoff's kind of relationship in this episode. I thought the actors bounced off each other very, very well. I like the kind of relationship that they have going on. And you see Elsa warming up to Kristoff. I like that element a lot. And how protective they are of each other because of their ties to Anna as well. I really enjoyed that. I love that I was kind of saying, oh, Anna's my favourite of the Frozen lot, and she's the one who wasn't bloody in this episode. But, oh well. So yeah, I definitely really, really like the Elsa and Kristoff we have presented with us now. I think both the actors do a really great job in their respective roles. And it was nice kind of seeing them paired up with not, being centred around Anna, because that would normally be like the reason they're tied together. So it was kind of nice seeing that interaction. That was fun. We saw Sven very briefly, but he's awesome. And we even had Hans showing back up. He is literally frozen solid now, so that's great. Maybe he's out of the way. But I wasn't expecting them to bring him into it. Obviously, they kind of defeated him, I guess, in Frozen. The fact they brought him back into the story that's set after the events of the film, I quite like that. I do think they'd have a very good casting director, or whoever's in charge of casting. I know they obviously like add a lot of like the hair and the wigs and stuff like that, but they got a really good actor, I think, to portray Hans. I think he really captured the essence quite well. We even saw like some of his brothers, so they're kind of expanding on that story a bit with him. And yeah, I think it was more so he was just an easily like recognisable antagonist, so they could introduce Snow Queen Lady. But I still enjoyed like the fact that they brought him into it. I thought it worked pretty well. It could have felt very much like, oh, this is fan service. Let's just bring Hans back because he's the villain of the film and people will recognise him. Which is kind of what it felt like in the premiere when it was just bringing Frozen into it in the first place. That felt very fan servicey to me, and not necessarily in a good way, because it was more so they were just riding the hype train that was Frozen, as opposed to having a really good reason for bringing Frozen into the show. But I do think they've really justified it now, and I think having Hans show up in this as well, it served the story in a really good way. So I think they justified his kind of inclusion. I don't think it felt like forced or anything, because realistically I think a guy like Hans would keep trying again and again to kind of get the kingdom, so it makes a lot of sense, I would say. It's like everything with that, really liking Elsa and Kristoff more and more, and their dynamic I thought worked really well in this episode, so I liked everything with that, and seeing Hans. The idea of burdens that I think was kind of running through this episode, that was a big theme, particularly with Emma and Mary Margaret, because obviously Mary Margaret's had a lot of her plate at the minute because she has a baby and she's the mayor now. She was juggling a lot of the different things, and I liked seeing her actually like try and carry out these like mayoral duties and like gather everyone together. I don't think I could live in Storybook because I would literally get annoyed at every single person. I'd be like, Grumpy, shut the fuck up, stop assuming everything. They would drive me mad, I think, but it's a TV show. You kind of need like an angry mob of characters, I guess, at times. But yeah, it was nice to see her like carry out these duties as mayor, or at least try to. And I really liked Archie in this episode, actually. The fact that he had a voice for reason, as he should be, because he's like the conscience and all that. And he was actually the only one talking sense, and they were all like, "It's Elsa, let's get her." And yeah, what he was saying to Mary Margaret as well about like slowing down, allowing herself to have some space from her baby, because that's healthy in the long run. I think that is very good advice and makes sense in the long run, so I really liked that. And, you know, they were kind of talking the fact that I think she's really overcompensating with this baby, with Neil, because of how much she missed out with Emma. And I like how Archie was kind of talking to her about that. And we also have Emma, who's going through like a similar kind of thing, feeling quite overwhelmed and burdened, and like the weight of the world's on her shoulders. I like that kind of parallel with like mother and daughter there. The fact that, you know, the saviour keeps needing saving, and she's having like a few bad days and stuff like that. I really enjoyed that. And she was nervous that she was going to lose Hook because everyone she's ever been with has died, which is a very fair point. So it's nice to kind of got an exploration as to why she's kind of pushing Hook away at times and keeping him at a distance. I feel like that's kind of been resolved now though, so that's a really nice scene with those two near the end. I really like them together, so hopefully we'll see them be like a proper couple now, without having that fear. Although that does make me think something bad's going to happen to Hook in the long run, so we'll see what happens. But it's nice that they seem to like patch up that little obstacle I guess they were facing with Emma's worries that he'd get hurt. So I liked everything with those two. Regina and Henry having their own mission was wholesome as hell. I loved them coming up with like their own name and like Mongoose. And then obviously everything got a bit sidetracked with Marion, but I do love the idea of them trying to find who wrote the storybook. I hope we get a lot more of that in future, so I'm glad they're continuing that arc. I loved seeing Regina be so honest with Henry about her intentions. That was great. And yeah, those two teaming up, having their own mission like Emma and Henry used to have, was great. I really like that a lot. So yeah, a lot of side missions and side stories like that one, and Mary Margaret as the mayor kind of got a bit sidetracked with the whole Marion thing. But again, that ties into like this bigger arc with the Snow Queen, so I don't really mind. So we still have plenty, like, my voice. We still have plenty of the season left to explore all those things. We still literally have like, what, 19 episodes still, so we have plenty of time. And yeah, the whole idea of Marion kind of being frozen, and I think the solution of like stopping her dying, like Regina taking her heart, makes a lot of sense. I thought that was very clever. The fact that True Love's kiss didn't work because he's in love with Regina, yes! I mean, I feel really bad for Marion. She doesn't really deserve any of this, but Robin and Regina, it is what it is. It's inevitable. So I'm very happy about those developments, even though it's kind of sad for Marion. But why the Snow Queen directed and targeted her exactly, still not sure of, so I imagine we're going to reveal a bit more about that. So that was very interesting. And yeah, I like the continuing escapades of Robin and Regina. Will they, won't they? Hopefully they will one day. Very, very excited for that. If you can hear like drilling next door being loud as hell, as they always are. Thanks, guys. So everything that I thought was really cool. And then Mr. Gold continues to be a very complex man. I love that Hook saw through his lie about the dagger with Belle. That's definitely going to be a thing that gets exposed at some point, plus his ties to the Snow Queen lady. He's definitely still got a bit of a dark side to him. You're not really honouring Neil in that sense, so hopefully that's all going to come back to bite him in the arse, because I think he needs to learn that lesson. And, you know, he's being a little bit of a shit stirrer again, isn't he, Mr. Gold? So he needs that slapping out of him. Belle's not going to be impressed when she finds out she had a fake dagger and all that, but I love that Hook just knew, and that allowed him to help, and they tracked down Snow Queen lady, stuff like that. It all worked very, very well. I liked that a lot. And Elsa and Hook actually had a lot of good scenes together. I liked that dynamic too. Hook was really good in this episode overall. And yeah, I do like all these layers to Mr. Gold and all these ties he seems to have to people. He knows a lot about what's going on, whereas we as the audience don't. I like that, because he should often be like a couple of steps ahead, because he's the Dark One and he's very clever. So I like it when they kind of explore that, and he's the one who kind of knows everything. So I'm intrigued as to where they're going to go with that, but I did like the Hook and Gold kind of antagonistic dynamic got brought back a bit. The fact that Hook still calls him like his crocodile, I really like. So all of that was really, really interesting. And then we also got Will Scarlet showing up. I know he's in Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. I've watched the first couple. I haven't finished it yet, I will admit. I will let you know when I have finished it, and I will do a video on my thoughts on each of the episodes and the spin-off and stuff like that. I'll do like a big video where I kind of, review the season, just to catch you guys up, because, you know, I'm busy enough with the shows I do. I didn't want to add another set of reactions, so I just thought I'd watch it in my own time. And even when I posed a question, you know, a lot of people were like, oh, just watch it in your own time. It's not too reaction worthy, which is fair, and I don't want to do reactions if the show is not, you know, that reaction worthy. Not to say it's not good, but yeah, I'll do like a proper video on my thoughts of that. But I knew he did show up in the show at some point. I don't know if that's his only appearance or if we're going to see him again on the main show, because obviously he was like a main character in the spin-off. And I like the actor a lot. He's been in a lot of British TV, because obviously he's a British actor, so I do recognise him for a lot of things. I think he might have been in Misfits at some point, I think. Can't remember exactly, but I have seen him in stuff before, and I quite like that actor. And Will Scarlet was always my favourite of the Merry Men. So I do enjoy kind of seeing him pop up in this, playing that role. Because I love all the Robin Hood stuff, and I don't know if we'll see him again, but it was cool that he brought Emma and David. But I also really like that we're getting a lot of scenes with those two. He brought those two into the radar of Snow Queen Lady, so that's cool. And then just legged it. So I don't know if we'll see more of him, but I did like his inclusion in this one. I feel like that made a lot of sense again. And the fact that he shows up because of what happened to Marion, so it wasn't just like he was forced into the plot. It kind of, you can justify it quite a bit with that. So it was really cool seeing him pop up as well. So yeah, really, really good stuff. Very intrigued by where all these different stories are going to go. All these complex kind of character links. Gold knows stuff, he knows Snow Queen Lady. Snow Queen Lady has ties to Anna and Elsa because she's apparently their aunt. And what actually happened to Elsa? Why does she not have these memories? How does Emma come into it? How does Snow Queen Lady know her? Oh, there's a lot going on with that. But I also liked, you know, seeing Regina and Henry have like their own little team. The idea of like people being burdened and overwhelmed with stuff in this episode was really cool as well. And yeah, I really like the path they're going on with this season. I'm definitely a lot more on board with the Frozen elements of things. I really liked those flashbacks. And just a really great episode overall. I can't wait to see where we go next with the rest of the season. But yeah, really, really great episode. And until my next reaction, thanks for watching.